was a registered nurse with 2 degrees from Union University. Had a big ego, thought I was everything. I became an active drug user, an alcoholic. I couldn't stop. I didn't know how to stop. My ego wouldn't let me stop, and I began to write prescriptions to myself. And it was a very lonely time. And on that last one, as I screamed out to God for help, it was about 2 days later that the law enforcement formed an investigation. Through the law enforcement and them making me get help, I was able to come to Aspel Recovery Center. And instead of locking me up, they knew I had a problem and I had a serious issue. And to be honest, when it all happened and it made the newspapers and news, local nurse, committing forgery, you'd think you'd be scared, but I was more relieved than anything that I look at law enforcement kind of as my angels that God sent. So if it wasn't for them, I would have never made it to Aspel. And then once I got to Aspel, that's where my spiritual awakening happened, in a bedroom upstairs. And I was able to just finally release a lot of pride and ego. But I would have never made it here if it wasn't for them. I call him my angel. His name's Marc Ray. He's the lead investigator of the narcotics division here in Jackson. And I'll never forget when he came into my living room, of him saying that I was either going to get this thing or I wasn't. And I could really, truly see that he cared about me and my family. And I could see the pain in his eyes of having to do this on a constant basis, dealing with drugs and what it does to families. And he just made me realize real quick what road I was going down. And he didn't want me to go down that road. In the last week, my phone has rang probably 8 times. Okay, because mine made the newspaper. Mine made the news. People at Inglewood found out. I was pretty predominant in the community. But when that happens, not only do you make yourself more vulnerable, people realize they can trust you. So if Marc Ray and the law enforcement had decided to lock me up and just say, let's be done with this guy, let's not give him a second chance, I've sponsored 5 to 7 guys. Over the last 6 months, my phone rings, on an average, like I said, 5 to 7 a week from moms, sons, daughters, ex-athletes that I used to play with. They go to Union, they go to Inglewood, that have this label and that wear this mask that I don't want people to know, but I can talk to Marc because he's been through it. So thankful for Marc Ray and the law enforcement. Now I'm able to do that. I can help other people.